Hello everyone, this is Trevor Williams again, and I am here with Tereka Hepburn. She is a registered nurse at Tampa General Hospital, and I am going to also interview her in regards to the urban dialect and African American vernacular English, the stigma that surrounds it, the influence of it, and the scrutiny of it as well. So, Tereka, tell me a little bit about yourself. Like, what type of area did you grow up in as a child?
All right. Well, my parents weren't married, so I predominantly grew up in a lower socio-economical area, basically the hood, aka. On my dad's side, they were actually pretty wealthy, so I had the best of both. I would visit my dad on all major holidays and over the summertime, so I had the luxury of seeing another side of living. He pretty much lived in a predominantly white area versus my mom lived in a black area.
Okay. So, growing up, you heard a lot of different dialects from both African Americans and Caucasians, you would say, right?
hmm
And you said you lived in a predominantly white area. How did,
No, I lived in a predominantly black area with my
with your
mom.
mom, but your dad lived in a predominantly white area?
Correct.
So, how did their English compare to the African Americans' English sound to you?
In my opinion, it was very different. My mom was well spoken, even though we did live in the hood. So I had the best of both. Sometimes my friends did pick on me because I was proper and I did not speak like them. I did use proper, yes ma'am, no ma'am, versus the yeah and the no that they were accustomed to. So sometimes that did take, a toll on me as a child when my peers did pick on me
Okay.
because I didn't speak like they did.
Okay. So, but growing up, how would you say the hood affected you? As you said, the hood. How would you say the urban dialect affected you growing up? Like, did you ever feel yourself sometimes using urban dialect or African American vernacular English, as we would call it?
As a child, no. I would say that I didn't really start using it until I became an adult, and I think by then I was a little bit more. I don't know. I don't know how to explain it, but I mean, as a child, I was still taught in the household that I should speak properly, even
Mm-hmm.
though I was being raised in a certain area. That doesn't mean that I have to speak like everyone else. And I did go to private school, so I didn't go to school with those same children, but they were my friends. So I did notice a very, very big difference, but I don't think it really affected me because I was always taught that I should still speak a certain way in my household.
So, what about your surroundings? How do you feel that African American vernacular English has affected those surrounding you? Do you feel like it's been a huge influx of individuals now speaking that way in
I
all
do,
cultures?
because like I stated before, people did pick on me because they told me that I spoke quote unquote white and that I didn't speak like them. So if you don't have a strong background or backbone, it will affect you. It can affect, the way that you feel about yourself. It can affect your self-esteem. It can affect a lot of things. So you will start to feel different, like, well, what's wrong with me? Why don't I speak or act like my friends do? But I think because I did have a strong mother and I did have a strong father that was in my life, even though I wasn't raised in the same household as him, I think that it allowed me to still grow as a person and know that there was nothing wrong with me and that I was still being raised the correct way, even though I wasn't being brought up like my friends.
Okay. Well, when you look at society today, do you feel that many individuals are now speaking with urban dialect, not just African Americans?
I do. I feel like the African American culture is now upon other ethnic groups and races, and I think a lot of it is being stemmed from hip hop, the hip hop culture being accepted by other races as well now. So I think it's now being deemed as acceptable as before it really wasn't. So I think that the hip hop culture has opened up a lot of different, you know what I mean? I think it's like opened up different
Doors
avenues and
for-
doors for other cultures. In example, white America.
Okay. So, in that same breath, would you still say that African American vernacular English is scrutinized a lot? Do you think people kind of, watch out for how African Americans speak and kind of judge them based on that?
Yes, definitely, because, for example, if you call someone over the phone for a job interview and if they speak a certain way over the phone, you may be very reluctant to hire them, versus if they did speak, what is deemed as proper English or whatever.
Standard English.
Right. You may be ready to hire them versus someone that doesn't speak properly.
Okay. So do you feel personally as an African American woman that from your own perspective, do you feel that African Americans are stigmatized a lot based on the way they speak?
Definitely.
Definitely. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much for your time, Tereka.
You are very welcome, Trevor.